Randi Hipper.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie.
Just waking up from a nice dream. Bitcoin pumping on a live stream. Smile shine brighter than a high beam. Ever seen live trading on a widescreen? Bitcoin showing you the steps to own it. We got the alpha, I bet you want it. I'm having fun, send a lecture on it. Randy, put a little extra on it.
It's mutable and decentralized, no censorship or hard cap supply. It's open source and we classify the blockchain secure, and that's exactly why. It's hard money with a new plan. It bounced a lot like this new jam. The Bitcoin dipped and we ain't gon' trip. I'ma be bullish on you, fam.
I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it. 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 I'm a Bitcoin bestie. You gotta love it.
This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. At Vacation Genie, we believe digital currencies are meant to do more than just sit in your wallet. They're meant to take you places. We want to help you step into the future of cryptocurrency spending, as travel is one of the top categories for spending your crypto. It provides you with the best ROI, lasting memories. Make sure to check out Vacation Genie today. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Monday. I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend. I had an action-packed one, and today's starting off a little bit wacky, but we're going to get into everything. We have Bhutan and Binance getting after it together. We have a lot of international news together, to discuss together today. We also have Kazakhstan. I don't know if I ever pronounced that right, and I really hope I'm not butchering it. But we have them as well. We do have South Korea, the Bank of Korea halting CBDCs. We're going to talk about why that is. We also have Gemini launching digital stocks, tokenized stocks. Isn't it funny how we talk about things and they happen? Gemini's doing that over in Europe. We'll talk about that with Metaplanet. Metaplanet's also doing some stuff, that Japanese company that acquires Bitcoin. Coinbase news, which I think you guys will find pretty interesting. We have Robinhood to discuss as well. Michael Saylor is buying more Bitcoin as usual. We have Ripple and the SEC, the latest on that. In addition, we have our spotlight, which is going to be the plan of the summer and how regulation is going to go, as well as Donnie T's remarks on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and how he feels about it. That's going to be our spotlight. And then we have our coins to watch. So if you're ready for all that zest, the news, the education, plus our community after show that everybody is invited to, even if you're not a member in Discord, please make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share it out with friends so more people know what's going on here. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers, and a subscriber goal, which I'm getting to right now, of 22,000 subscribers. I am telling you guys, it is absolutely amazing the progress we've been having on this channel, and I'm just so grateful for everybody that hits that subscribe button. So for everybody on TikTok, good morning to everyone. Gentle is there. Please make sure you guys go over to youtube.com/missteencrypto and subscribe. Like I said, 24 more subscribers until we get there, and I'm so darn excited. So let's get after it. I'm going to say good morning to you as you say good morning to me. And you guys check out our 3 amazing sponsors of the show that include Cake Wallet, Market, Cipher. Use code ZESTY for 15% off. Then head over to Vacation Genie. You're going to book your cruise with crypto, and we are bullish. Also, let's get after it. Like I said last week, that I'm going to be a little confused when I'm saying good morning to you guys, because it has like the handles now and not your actual names. So if you guys could do me a favor, and if you want to, you know, this is all voluntary, go to your YouTube settings and fix your handle, the @ whatever, and make sure it's something that like would make me know it's you, if you want to do that. because it's a little bit confusing. Okay, we got Silver Days, Jesse, Mike Volmer. I didn't make it to Donkey today, but I did make it to Dutch Bros, so that's what I got. So shout out to you. We also have Mama Shadow. Good morning, Alexandra G, my G. We have Black Hat as always. Thank you to Black Hat for hooking us up. He's amazing. David Bulls, good morning. We got Grandpa. Good morning to you. Doge Bowl, good morning. Elric, good morning. Let's see. Lasers, good morning to you. Yukio's over there on X. Oh my gosh, I'm really disliking YouTube right now. Curtis Neal, good morning. Rob, good morning. All right. Andy S. Is this Andy S? I think that's Andy S. Oh, this is so confusing. Why is it like this? JC, good morning. All set, good morning. Chipper. I think that's it. I don't know. I'm so confused. I can't do this anymore. TikTok is like the only clear thing, and that's wild to me. Hello to Rumble and Abstract as well. Do we have anyone over there yet? I don't know. All I know is that YouTube is messing with me, and I really don't like this handle thing.
Watch what hydrogen peroxide actually does to your teeth and gums when you're struggling with dental issues.
Okay, well, Rumble just started playing ads, so I'm just gonna make sure that was muted. Rawad, good morning. Hello, everyone. We're gonna ignore that, and we're gonna get after it and go over the market recap. Hello, John Legend. Smash the like, subscribe. Nice. Good morning. Hello, everybody over on TikTok. Do me a favor and hop over to YouTube, please. All right. Also, my mods, please take care of TikTok. I am serious, though. I will stop streaming on TikTok if this continues. I'm telling you guys right now. I will stop streaming on TikTok because it's just gross what happens over here. Okay. We do have the market recap here. Arbitrum, our biggest gainer, it seems, today, up 14%. We have a mix of red and green today. Also, looking at Bitcoin, $107,607, down 0.73%. It seems like we are treading lightly above that 106.1. This is a very important level to watch. It is our golden zone. We want to hold support here and bullishly tap that 109.3, which is our previous all-time high that we made back here in January. Also, our current all-time high is around $112,000, so I do want to see that yet again. I do want to know, though, what your opinion is, guys, because we are kind of like, it's a little bit volatile on Mondays. It's a little bit confusing on Mondays. What do you think? Are we going to see $110,000 Bitcoin today? Enter that poll that's in the chat right now and let me know. We are going to take a gander at market Cipher. It seems like the whole market's a little bit red. It's a little bit damp today. Even outside my window, it's cloudy. It's gross. It's going to rain all week apparently, which I'm not happy about because you guys know I like to film outside. We do have a green dot printed that's still shooting up this momentum quite nice. The VWAP is a little bit bumpy in that road as well as that money flow. Both are maintaining bullishness. The RSI is maintaining its bullishness as well, but it is technically dipping at the moment. We're going to see what happens with the RSI. Everything is screaming neutral. Everything is screaming meh. And so we're just going to see what happens. You think we're going to climb as soon as we find out about tax cuts? You know, I really do hope that we could fix this tax situation in the United States. It's a little bit rough out here in these waters. I would short it today once it makes the high. Interesting. I would like to see what happened. Oh, no one's getting the notification for YouTube this morning. Oh, really? I don't like that. Also, oh shoot, how can I forget? Guys, should I do a cookie live stream today? Because I am going to bake cookies. That's my plan. I'm very dedicated to this thought. Can you put in the chat if I should go live? If I bake cookies? If you want a cookie live, put a cookie emoji in the chat, please. 1 or cookie emoji, 2 or no emoji. Let me know if I should do a cookie live today. It would probably... maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. Maybe earlier. I want to get it done early because I have to bring cookies somewhere at 7. So they need to be cooled off and ready to be packaged and nice by, I want to say 6:30. So I want to get it done so that way I could cook dinner after and have dinner done by 6. How do you guys feel? Cookie Live? Would you actually watch? I would like to know. Seems like you guys are pretty bullish on it. Hello, Juanito. Welcome. Okay. All right. Seems like you guys are bullish on that. Cookie Live. We're going to go into our international news stories first. As always, let's do it. Kazakhstan is planning to establish a national crypto reserve, and I'm probably not pronouncing this country correctly, and for that I apologize in advance. Let's talk about it. We do have their national bank to establish a state-managed crypto reserve, according to a Monday report. Local authorities are studying the development of a crypto reserve, which would follow international practices. Typically, such reserves are likely to be funded with expropriated digital assets and state-run crypto mining operations. Now, their national bank chairman, Timur, acknowledged the volatility and risks associated with crypto assets, saying that placing the reserve under the control of a centralized institution would ensure proper oversight and risk management. There was a parliament inquiry dated on May 22nd asking and saying that the central bank supported the creation of a state-run crypto reserve, and it suggested it could be managed by a national bank subsidiary specializing in alternative investments. Also, we cannot forget Mr. CZ Binance also is helping this country and being a crypto advisor for them, and I believe Pakistan as well, if I'm remembering that correctly. And speaking of Binance and CZ, we have some Binance news. Bhutan is betting on Binance to have crypto payments for their local merchants, and over 1,000 merchants are using Binance Pay. I just want to shout out Binance because they have such a big and beautiful international market, and it's just absolutely wild how much dominance they have internationally. So I am really bullish on Binance and this country of Bhutan that really cares about their people. Bhutan is going full tilt on crypto. At the Digital Bhutan panel co-hosted by Binance, officials laid out a clear vision, bringing crypto out of theory and into everyday life. The current CEO, Richard Tang of Binance, saying Bhutan is building forward, exploring how crypto payments with Binance Pay can drive inclusion, boost tourism, and fuel economic growth with DK Bank, the Department of Tourism, and GMC Bhutan, and says this is how we turn vision into real-world progress. And look at little Richard and everybody there, looking so cute. And I love the background. Very cute picture going on here. So this is what's going on here. They're saying that tourists complain they can't use SWIFT or pay easily, and Binance Pay fixes this problem. And Bhutan's ambitions remain modest, just 300,000 visitors a year, but they want them to stay longer and spend more. And with Binance Pay's 40 million plus user base as a lever. Now, the CEO framed it as a shift from speculation to infrastructure, adding this is the first national payment system. The average crypto tourist spends $1,000, nearly 3 times a regular tourist, and merchants receive instant settlement. And this also goes to Vacation Genie here. Guys, if you are in crypto, you're going to want to use your crypto for your cruise. Just like how they're saying that a lot of crypto people like to spend that money and like to go and travel to different countries. That backs it up as well. So this is pretty interesting. I definitely am bullish on crypto payments. And so I just want to throw that out there. CZ was also really happy with everything. CZ's a cool dude. CZ tweeted this fact that a few years back, he wanted to sponsor the Cipher in Las Vegas and put Bitcoin on it without even any Binance logos. And it seems as though this happened, but maybe not because of Binance. Look at this. Sorry for the volume there. Look at that. Look at the sphere. That looks so cute. Oh my gosh, adorable. This is in Vegas, by the way, if you guys don't know what this is. It's like a whole digital dome with screens on the outside, and there's shows that go on the inside that I heard are fantastic. Haven't been though. CZ says, I asked Binance to sponsor a Bitcoin ad on the Sphere without any Binance logos or mentions back in 2023. He even paid some of the deposit. He says, but was later held back due to other distractions. Good to see it being done now. And he said he doesn't know who sponsored this, but apparently crypto.com is sponsoring it according to this comment, but we don't know for sure. I just thought that was a cute thing to throw out there. Yes, you could also purchase houses. It's true. It's true. Hello, Josh. Thank you. Moving on to another country here, we have the Bank of Korea that's halting their CBDC project because they're going to focus on stables. And I'll kind of throw my opinion in here a little bit later. The Bank of Korea, BOK, suspending its CBDC project, Singaporean financial newspaper Business Times reported. The project has reached the stage of developing a pilot program with participating banks, and the central bank told the banks, the bank's telling the banks, it will pause discussions related to the initiatives, according to the report, which cited an unidentified BOK official. And so, again, their new president courted the country's crypto community during the campaign, and his promises was a pledge to support a won-based stablecoin market. Now, again, I think that's smart because just like hyperdollarization, hyper-wonization, that. So I think that's pretty good for their liquidity. It's also good for their currency adoption. So shout out to that. I think I might just turn off the TikTok live. I'm at a point where I'm kind of getting like, I'm going to have to turn it off. So I'm going to give this 5 more minutes and I'm going to shut it off if it continues this route. Okay. And that means no cookie live for TikTok either. We're going to talk about Metaplanet, a Japanese company buying over 1,000 more Bitcoin. Metaplanet bought 1,005 Bitcoin, pushing its total stash to now 13,350 Bitcoin. They also announced they're issuing a 0% interest rate ordinary bonds worth $208 million to further enhance its Bitcoin acquisition strategy. And so now they're one of the top 5 corporate holders. And last week, the firm said it is raising $515 million from equity capital raisings. Very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So Metaplanet is bullish. They're continuously buying the dip. It doesn't matter what price it is. That is kind of taking up the Sailor strategy from Strategy. Speaking of Sailor, Strategy, throwing this in real quick, acquired 4,980 Bitcoin today, $531.9 million worth at 106.8K per Bitcoin, achieving a Bitcoin yield of a whopping 19.7% year to date. And as of yesterday, June 29th, they hodl at Strategy 597,325 Bitcoin, acquired for $42.4 billion at around 70.9K per Bitcoin. So their average price, obviously, is increasing. So I wonder what would happen if we dip down to around that 70K mark. But I don't know if we'll ever see 70K again. Do you guys believe we'll ever see $70,000 Bitcoin ever again? 1 or yes emoji, 2 or no emoji. Let me know. Yes. Yeah, there's just sickos on TikTok. There's very much sickos over there, and I don't feel like dealing with them today. I don't know if I have the patience for that any day, but today, no. I'm watching you, TikTok. I'm watching. You should go to YouTube, though, because if I turn off TikTok, you're done. Okay. Anyway, I feel like I'm being such a mother right now. I feel like I'm being stop it. Like, I feel like I'm being a mother. Ridiculous. All right. Well, hello, everyone. You guys are beautiful people. I appreciate you. Okay. Oh, wow. There's a lot of no's. You guys don't think that we're going to see 70K again? I feel like it's pretty 50-50. I feel like it's pretty 50-50 here. Also, guys, speaking of 50, we want 150 likes, 150 live viewers on this show. Good morning. Someone from Canada, Crypto Media. Hello, my Canadian friend. He said maybe 80K. Interesting. Guess we'll wait to see it. All right. We're going to keep moving to the EU. Gemini Gemini's so savage for this, might I say. They announced on a Friday that they have tokenized stocks, and guys, I've been saying it for so long. Stocks are going to be tokenized. We even saw it with Binance a few years back, but they were just too early. They started with Tesla. And now Gemini is taking on that same stance, except they are starting with strategy stock, which we just kind of dipped into as they just bought like $500 million zillion worth of Bitcoin today. And so Gemini making that step, and I believe this is going to end up being very broad and actually probably cause them to end up competing with Robinhood in one way or another. But I believe everything's going to be tokenized anyway, and I'd rather be not reliant on a centralized platform for my stocks to be held. And if they don't like me, they don't like who I am, then they could just shut down my portfolio and basically I can't buy, I can't sell, can't do nothing. So if we could tokenize it and be able to hold my tokenized stock in my wallet, like a MetaMask, and have like a DEX for the stock exchange, I think that would be absolutely amazing. And I believe that's eventually where we're headed. So Gemini, Twiggy tokenized stocks have arrived. Our customers in the EU can now buy tokenized strategy on Gemini and take it anywhere on chain. We are starting with MicroStrategy and we'll be rolling out more tokenized stocks and ETFs in the coming days. Yep. Everything's going to be tokenized. Absolutely. Everything's going to be tokenized. Just a matter of when. Blocky says, much love listening as I head to the beach. Oh, that's so nice. Blocky, bless your beach day. Love that for you. Wish I could go to the beach. It's been so poopy out. I'm so jealous. Also, furthering this news with Gemini, they added to their thread here that they partnered with Denari Global, the leading provider of tokenized U.S. public securities, to offer our customers greater liquidity, transparency, and the same economic rights as the backing security where permitted. So some legal things there. But there you go. Tokenized stocks. Everything's going to get tokenized. Also, more exchanges. We're going to talk about Robinhood and then Coinbase. Speaking of Robinhood, they're launching micro Bitcoin, Solana, and XRP futures. Let's dive in. How can you buy tokenized stock? Right now, it's only available in the EU for Gemini. So if you have Gemini, you're in the EU. There you go. Robinhood introduced micro futures on Bitcoin, Solana, and XRP in the U.S., expanding their existing crypto futures offering for its nearly 26 million funded account. Micro contracts need far less collateral than full-size futures, letting traders take directional positions while committing a smaller slice of capital. And this offers more flexibility to bet on a crypto's future price direction or hedge current positions given their smaller size. So there you go, Robinhood making moves in the Bitcoin and crypto space. They're very passionate about Bitcoin and crypto over there. We're going to also talk about Coinbase setting US-style perpetual style futures in a launch. So let's talk about Coinbase now. So Robinhood has their Solana, Bitcoin, XRP futures. Now we're also going to talk about perpetual style futures on Coinbase. So a lot of futures and things of that nature. Crypto exchange Coinbase will start offering perpetual style futures contracts in the U.S. on July 21st, becoming one of the first regulated players to offer the globally popular product. The new vehicle, first available with Bitcoin and ETH, will trade on Coinbase Derivative Exchange, a CFTC regulated venue. Unlike offshore perpetuals, which dominate global crypto derivatives markets but not approved in the U.S., Coinbase's instruments are structured as a long-dated futures with 5-year expirations. They incorporate a funding rate mechanism that accrues hourly and is settled twice daily to mimic the price and dynamics of perpetual swaps. This will be available 24/7, and settlements will be handled through regulated clearing. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong said the company also accumulates Bitcoin on a regular basis for an investment. Big news. Big news. A lot of things happening. I'm watching you, TikTok. You think you're so spicy. Oh, okay. I thought something important happened. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. Well, we're going to talk about Ripple now. I know I'm flying through this, but I have a mountain of things to accomplish today. We're going to get after it, though. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Please do me a favor and smash the like, subscribe, and share. John White said, Randy, looking back at my notes on what you've said, you've been right on point. That's why I'm such a huge fan of yours. Oh, shoot. You take notes? You take notes on what I say, John White? Can you publish those? I would really love to see it. That's actually like, dude, my heart is so warm. You take notes. I love taking notes. I actually, sidebar right now. Yesterday, I went, so Saturday, I went to the Pew Pew range, and I was pew-pewing, and I was telling them, the people that work at the range, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go get my CCL done, my concealed carry done, like, later this week. And they were like, no, like, why don't you just come back tomorrow and do the CCL class here? I was like, oh, that's actually better because I'm familiar with the range, I'm comfy, and I know the staff. And I was like, oh, that's dope. Didn't know they did that. So yesterday I went and got my CCL done, and I took mad notes. So I got certified. I still don't have like the actual license yet. Like, you have to go to the Department of Agriculture or whatever. But guys, I don't know if you can see, I took all these notes, so many notes during my CCL class. So that was really great, and I absolutely loved it. So I learned a lot, which is why I wanted to take the class, because this is a constitutional carry state, whatever. But I always want to have my ducks in a row. I want to go to class. I want to learn. So that's exactly what I did. And I also have some clips from the range as well that I need to look at today, so maybe publish them later. But I did, I did, like, they did some shooting courses, and then they did the class that's mandated by the state. And so I have my certificate. It's all done. But I need to take that to the Department of Agriculture now. So at least I'm like properly trained. And the guy, oh my gosh, the guy actually told me, the teacher, he said that he loved my target practice that we did. And he said he thinks I should go pro and train. And he said he would train me to go ahead and compete for the Pew Pews. I was actually in shock that he said that, but he was like, no, you really have it. So I just want to throw that out there. So I if you guys see me at a professional Pew Pew competition, then say hello. But that's only if I choose that course. It's going to be a lot of work. I don't even know if I have the time to train for that, but there you go. JC, you drive me crazy. Anyway, we're going to talk about XRP and Ripple now. And if you guys want to learn more about my Pew Pew adventures, then please go in Discord for the after show. It's community-based today, not just members. So, yeah, go ahead and hop in there. If you want to hear about the XRP Ripple news, please put XRP emojis in the chat. Let's do this. Ripple is dropping their cross appeal with the SEC. They said they basically wanted to square away this case and get it done. Also, you salty people on YouTube, I post updates as they happen, and then people watch them like 5 days later after more things happen. They're like, Randy, this is inaccurate. Look at the date I publish things, guys. I always try to I know it gets confusing, and that's why I'm just saying, please make sure you go ahead and look at the dates on which I post things, because they could seem inaccurate only because of the timeline. So I post things as they happen. So the next day or even later in that day, it could be old news. So this is the latest for all you wondering. The years-long battle between Ripple and the SEC appears to have finally come to an end after the Ripple Labs CEO Brad Garlinghouse posted on Friday that the company plans to drop its cross-appeal, saying that Ripple is dropping our cross-appeal and the SEC is expected to drop theirs because they previously said, he said, we're closing this chapter once and for all and focusing on what's important, building the internet of value. And he said, as Gen Z as he wants to sound, lock in. So funny. I love when people try to sound Gen Z. They're like, let's lock in, bro. So I got a kick out of it when I saw his tweet. And so that's basically what's happening there. And so they tried to have a joint request to have the settlement done. And then the judge was like, no, meh. And so this is the latest on it all. And so we'll see what happens from there. That's the latest on XRP and Ripple, just so you guys know, and we could go ahead and square this away. We also have our spotlight, which is going to be regulation summer. Also, Donnie T talking about Bitcoin on national TV and how he feels about the asset in general. So if you're ready for a spotlight, smash the like, subscribe, and share, and let's get into it. Guys, what is happening this summer in terms of regulation? I made a short on it when the news came out and when I saw this post. And so we're going to keep talking about it too, because I don't remember if I reported it on the show. I don't believe I did. So we got David Sachs, our crypto czar, saying that he thanks the Senate Banking Committee Chair, Tim Scott, and Digital Assets Subcommittee Chair, Senator Cynthia Lummis, for announcing a clear timeline and plan for comprehensive crypto market structure legislation, saying a bill is introduced before August, mark up the first weeks of September, and done by the end of that month. And Donnie T supports clarity on market structure and genius on stablecoins. He said, following it up, July will be a big month with the bill signing for genius and clarity going to the Senate. So, as he says in this post, Donnie T is bullish. Donnie T himself even follows up his bullishness right here. Let's take a watch. And if you're on TikTok, you won't hear it. So, there you go.
In the next few months?
Well, it's a very funny thing, crypto. So I became a fan of crypto, and to me, it's an industry. I view it as an industry, and I'm president. And if we didn't have it, China would, or somebody else would, but most likely China. China would love to. And we've dominated that industry. It's a big industry, by the way. In fact, when the stock market went down recently, crypto and Bitcoin and all of that went down much less than anybody else as a group. And we've created a very powerful industry, and that's much more important than anything that we invest in. We invest in it, but really that was an industry that wasn't doing particularly well. I got involved with it a couple of years ago, and before the second term. I got involved before I decided to run. I only decided to run because I saw what was happening, and Biden was incompetent, and the administration was crooked and incompetent. And I was in Bitcoin then, not knowing if I was going to do it a third time. So it's become amazing. I mean, it's the jobs that it produces. And I notice more and more you pay in Bitcoin. I mean, people are saying it takes a lot of pressure off the dollar. And it's a great thing for our country. So I don't care about investing. You know, I have kids and they invest in different things. They do believe in it. But I'm president, and what I did do there is build an industry that's very important. And, you know, if we didn't have it, China would. Okay.
Sir, Mr. President.
I love when, like, the second he stops speaking, it's blah, 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 blah. Like every reporter's losing their mind to go and talk to this man. Go off, though. And so, yeah, basically he said Bitcoin is a great thing for our country. It's bullish, that this is something that, again, if we don't move up in the ranks in terms of like how much we own, how much innovation we're doing here in the United States, then other countries are going to follow and do what they want and get ahead of us. And in my opinion, there are most countries that are ahead of us, like the major countries that we talk about on a daily basis. They're ahead of us in a lot of different ways when it comes to innovation and crypto. And I do hope with my whole being that the United States really like speeds up and we go ahead and make sure that we can have clarity in the United States and bring business back here. Because what we're seeing is so many people going to Dubai and going to Singapore and all these other countries in Asia, even the UAE. And they're saying, hey, you know what? It's more bullish here. The regulation is more clear. It's cheaper to operate a business here, so why don't we stay international? And that's a mistake. The United States, we need to lead the revolution, not stay behind it. We're supposed to be the innovation country, and it seems as though we're the country of old people with case me. Not that I'm mad at them. I love my elders. They're very wise individuals. However, we need people that are up with the times and young people in government that are going to be able to actually use this technology, know how to use the technology, thus know how to regulate said technology. That was a mouthful, but it's true. And we really need to make sure that the youth are leading this revolution in the United States. We need younger people in government that know what is going on and know how to relate to this generation and what this generation is going to use technology-wise to carry forward our future. And if the United States wants to maintain themselves as an economic powerhouse, they want the dollar to maintain dominance throughout the world, they need Bitcoin and crypto, period. We're going to jump into our coins to watch as well. We're going to maybe talk about all the charts. We're going to look over some things. And so that's the plan, guys. That's the plan. Coins to watch start now. Leading your gainers at the moment is Arbitrum up 14%, Arrow up 7%, Pith up 4%, Immutable up 2.7%, and Bitcoin Cash up 2.28%. Do you guys like Bitcoin Cash, by the way? I just want to gain a consensus here. Do you guys like Bitcoin Cash? Wonder yes emoji, to or no emoji. Let me know. Also, I might have to sneeze. So just throwing that out there. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Dexy leading the losers, down 10%. Syrup down 6.5%. Kaya down 6%. Story down 5.7%. And Pi down 5%. Hello, Kevin. Oh shoot, it's Kevin. Sorry, guys. I just didn't want to achoo on camera. Like achoo, man. Didn't want to do that. Ethereum. Let's look at the chart. $2,457, down 1.7%. Again, look at how close. Oh, darn. Look how close we are to the 200-day SMA with our wick high from yesterday and today. Woof. 200-day SMA is about less, I would say 80-something bucks away. $2,537. We want to target that. Bullishly look at 2660. Bearishly, we're looking at 2340. In addition, we are going to take a gander at Market Cipher here with a green dot printed, trying to bring this bullishly over that zero line. VWAP is flat. Flat. Money flow is doing all right. It's okay. But the RSI is showing us that there's a struggle here. There's a little struggle. And we want to make sure that we can maintain bullish or at least neutral sentiment here with the RSI. And it seems like we're bearishly neutral. Does that make sense? Neutral with bearish dominance. We do have Litecoin as well, $85.29, down 3%. We want to hold 85 bucks. Bullishly, we're looking at 91. And so over here, we are trying to pick up that money flow that is decreasing, but the momentum is continuing to increase. So that's interesting. VWAP is down confidently, which explains why we are down 3% today. Also, rejecting that neutral, pulling back after that pump in the RSI. We're technically bearish on that right now. Crazy. Mark Smithson said a potato just flew around his room. Actually, same.
A potato flew around my room before you came. Excuse.
So funny you just said that, Mark. XRP price, because we were just talking about it before. $2.17, down 1.3%. It's kind of flat on XRP. Nothing's really happening there. So just so you guys know, we're still in a little bit of a limbo. Rob said, what time is Randy doing the cooking show? You guys are so funny. Hello, Crypto for Seniors. So, I really got to see how everything plays out because I want to try and go to the gym beforehand. So, I don't know if I should do it before or after the gym. But I definitely want to get it done. So, maybe before. I got to decide. It could really be anywhere from 12 to 3. That's the plan. I gotta see how this all works out. Maybe I'll do it before the gym just so I know I have it done and then I could just pace out the gym. Yeah. So, hello, Jesse. Said, Randy for the win, pamp the likes. I agree.
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video?
So, yeah, that's the plan. If you could like, subscribe, and share. Oh, you're digging the nails? Thank you. They're kind of pink. They're like off-white pink. They're like more pinky than white. Have you liked them? I really like them too. I was feeling very summery. And I was like, yay, cute nails. So, wow, you guys notice everything. Thank you for noticing that. Oh, now I'm happy. Anyway, yeah, it's going to rain here. So maybe I should try to make it to the grocery store and bake before it rains. Just so I could see, like, what ends up happening with my day. But, yeah, I had to take a rest day on Saturday. I was beat. And then yesterday I took my CCL course, which was unexpected. I didn't know I was doing that, but I ended up doing it. And then what else happened? Yeah. So then I had to make it home. It was raining. I couldn't go to the gym last night either, which I was sad about. So if it doesn't end up happening today, the gym, then it is what it is. It happens. I'll definitely go tomorrow. But yeah, I got to make sure I get these cookies done. So it could be anywhere from like 11 to 3 that I do the live stream. So whatever ends up happening, happens. Much love to every single one of you, though. We are going to hop into Discord. Discord is amazing. We love Discord. So please make sure if you are a member or not, you go into Discord. You join the after show. It's going to be on the community stage. The event is already set up. So please make sure you guys tune in. It would make my heart so happy. So happy if you tune into the after show. And if you want to hear more about my pew pew adventures, I know Poe is going to want to hear about it, then let's go and hop into Discord right now. So that way I could get all my ducks in a row and get this cookie live stream done. I haven't done it in a long time. I think it's been well over a year since I did a cookie live stream. So be patient with me. I have to figure out my setup. I'm also going to try and charge my phone and I don't think I'm going to stream on TikTok. I don't know if I have the patience for TikTok at the moment. Thank you, Kevin. But I definitely will multi-stream the way I regularly stream. Is probably going to exclude abstract. So my abstract friends, you're not going to see me on there, unfortunately. But YouTube and X and most likely Rumble are going to work with the mobile setup I'll have. So that's the plan. I want to bake some cookies. Let's do the after show, get after it together. Then I'm going to go get some last minute things for the cookies so that way everything's fresh and we get after it. So, am I AI? Beep, bop, boop. No. I think I'm a little big unhinged today, to be honest. But hopefully the cooking and the baking evens me out. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I don't know how many likes we have. I didn't even look. We have 99 likes. Boy, oh boy, can we get one more, please? Can we get one more? I hope you guys have a beautiful day, though. Please smash the like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Head into Discord right now so we can hang out and talk more. And I hope you guys have a beautiful Monday. I'll see you later for the cookie stream if I can get it working. I'm really worried it's not going to work. So please bear with me. And if it doesn't, I'm sorry in advance. Have a beautiful day. Smash a like, subscribe, share it out. Have a beautiful Monday. And as always, stay zesty. Mwah. Bye.